Hey friends, welcome back to the house this week for another drink and another YouTube first review. And of course, we're bringing you another from the Ireland trip that Dana and I actually took.
Honeymoon.
So if this is your first time here, thanks for joining us. This is one that I've been actually pretty excited to get into just because of the whimsical look of it. And the cool packaging that it has. But what are we covering today? We are covering Flying Tumbler, the bird.
The bird.
The bird.
Bird's the word.
The bird is the word. Now, Flying Tumbler actually launched in 2020, and it is named after the Irish Flying Tumbler, which is a pigeon with very fluffy legs.
So fluffy. Fluffy legs.
I didn't believe it until I had to go look up the images of it, but it's almost like feather bell bottoms. That's what it reminds me. It is very funny looking. Now, these particular pigeons, they will fly for days anywhere in the world, but they always find their way back home. Now, this, like many other spirits that we end up reviewing, is family founded, and it's by brothers Tom and Patrick Walsh, Patrick's wife Jen, and their cousin Eric.
Cousin
Eric. He's a good guy. we like Eric. Now, together they bring in inspiration from London, Berlin, Boston, drawing creativity from the tumbler as they source, mature, blend, bottle, and market fine Irish whiskey, really under their independent label.
So, if you've realized that the year is 2022 and Flying Tumbler was founded in 2020, that means they're not distilling these spirits. They're actually going out and sourcing the barrels, finishing up the maturity, doing their own custom blends, then bottling it, and marketing it under their independent label. So this is actually the first whiskey that I've had that's like this, where they're going out and seeking specific barrels and specific whiskeys. It's not all under like one distillery. It's made from multiple.
Okay, so they're not sourcing from one house.
Right. And
relabeling. They're sourcing from multiple places and then changing things up?
If you believe the back of the bottle here actually lists out 3 different towns in Ireland.
Oh wow. Okay, so it's seriously blended then.
Seriously blended.
Okay.
So we know that blended whiskey does not mean bad whiskey. It's just a whiskey type. Blending offers the master distiller, the master blender really, to cultivate a very specific flavor profile and keep and maintain that flavor profile over bottle after bottle after bottle.
Okay.
So, I for one, I'm a fan already. It sounds great. So, the bird is the tumbler's first released expression. So, they released the bird actually originally in 2020 when they launched their label. And they put these special grain spirits on quite the adventure to come up with the bird. It starts out as a blend of triple distilled grain and malt whiskeys that are aged in Oloroso sherry casks for 12 months.
Okay.
And then it's further blended with a single grain and single malt whiskey pulled from ex-bourbon casks.
Really flipping the script now.
Flipping the script. So you have multiple different grain spirits that start out in different cask varieties between bourbon and Oloroso sherry. And it's all blended together over the life of the maturity to make it a true Irish whiskey, where, it has to be 3 years old to be classified as an Irish whiskey. And they're bottling it at 43% alcohol by volume. It's non-chill filtered, which we learned about previously.
Yep.
The grain component, they're calling it 70% grain, 25% malt, and 5% premium. So I think premium equates to probably a single grain. I'm not entirely sure what the premium designation is here. But 70% grain whiskey, 25% malt whiskey, and 5% premium.
Huh, okay. That's the first time I've heard premium
Yes.
in there. So that's interesting.
So the tasting notes that they're going for are butterscotch, lychee, toffee, stewed apples, cinnamon, with a little bit of red fruit on the mid palate and a dry, nutty finish. So that nutty finish probably coming from the sherry casks.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of different things that I like.
But all mixed together.
But all mixed together.
In one glass.
Okay.
So it also should have some hints of sweet clove and that citrus and orange peel notes that can happen in Irish whiskey.
Yeah, can happen in that I am a big fan of.
I'm a big fan of the butterscotch and toffee notes.
Yeah, all of those. If they're all like in like hard candy form, yes. Toffee, oranges, orange peel, cherry, any of that together.
My
ooh.
mind goes to like ice cream toppings.
Ooh.
Maybe not with the orange marmalade though, that might be a little weird.
Yeah, definitely a little weird on that one.
So Flying Tumbler also now has 2 other expressions that they've released. They've launched the Tippler, which is another type of bird. And that's a 12-year-old Irish whiskey, and the Roller.
Saw the Roller.
The Roller pigeon.
Looks like a regular pigeon.
Looks like a regular pigeon.
Yeah,
It does
yeah,
little
but it does
flippies.
flips like it was shot in the air. It trips you out the first time you see it. Like, did somebody just shoot it? And then it catches itself and then goes again. It's very odd.
I think that might help it evade predators.
Possibly.
Anyway,
Still a strange bird.
the Roller is a single grain whiskey.
Okay, so totally different.
Totally different. They have different expressions. Once again, Flying Tumbler's not distilling their own spirits. They're sourcing it, maturing it, blending it, bottling it, and marketing it. And obviously, the marketing worked because, we picked it up.
Yeah,
Looks amazing. Want to get into it?
absolutely.
Comes in this cute little cardboard tube.
Very tight fit. The bottle itself, nice, cool, raised labeling. It does have embossed in the glass Flying Tumbler, or in the bottle, should I say.
Coordinates, too.
And coordinates. 6 degrees, 52 west. Then 52 degrees, 44 north. We need to figure that out. What is that?
Coordinates.
Well, I know coordinates, but to where?
To home, I would guess.
Well, I'm very interested. So, yeah, I'm curious as to what that means.
It's got zippies.
Does it? Oh, okay. I couldn't tell. Oh, and
And a paper seal.
yeah. Oh, that one is in there.
Just don't cut the cork.
Not to. All right. Would you like to do the honors again?
I suppose I can do the honors.
Nice.
Nice and light. Ooh, that's a wee heavy pour there.
I see that with the Irish whiskeys, you are very favorable towards the heavy pours, but on something else, you're like, why are you doing a heavy pour?
Depends on what it is. Absolutely.
Oh, okay. It's very sweet on the nose.
Very sweet on the nose. Very light.
Yeah. Very light, very little of the alcohol burn. It's a little bit there. I'm not picking up on much of anything else other than just a sweet, light smell.
Shall
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers. Wow. That's nice.
That's incredible. Very light. I'm picking up on those sweet notes, the butterscotch and the toffee.
Okay, the orange peel definitely is resounding. Very small hug. It's nice transition all the way through.
Mm-hmm. I can see where they're saying the nutty finish. I can definitely pick up on that a little bit.
Wow, that is pretty good.
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
And for under 40 euros.
Yes. Which is under 40 US dollars because they're almost 1 for 1 right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. Almost spot on. A few pennies. Just a few pennies difference.
One key difference between the spirits that we picked up in Ireland as opposed to the spirits that we find here in the States is the spirits in Ireland tend to be 700 milliliters as opposed to 750.
This is a very nice sipping whiskey because of how smooth and light that it is.
It's very light. You wouldn't... Most whiskeys that I've had that classify themselves as a blend are very heavy, very dense, very complex. This has a lot of those complexities, but every single element of it is just light and uplifting, bringing the entire spirit to just be light-bodied. It's incredible.
This is another damn good one. Yeah. Wow. Why is it not known out there more? I have no idea, but...
2 years. It's 2 years old.
Hey. In spirit world, that may not really be a whole lot compared to people discovering it and sharing it. So, this will wrap it up for this week's episode and this week's first review. Be sure to continue to follow along when we end up opening up another first review in the next episode.
Tequila!
I was just about to say, it's not going to be Irish whiskey. And it may not be tequila. We do have some bourbons. We do have a number of things that we've picked up that we're pretty excited about.
A whole variety.
And one that's just totally different that we've never reviewed before.
I don't remember which one that is.
Yeah. Well, maybe you'll have to stay tuned too.
Apparently.
Well, until then, thanks once again for joining us. We certainly appreciate you. Take care. Stay safe. We'll see you soon. Cheers.
Cheers.